paper. It'll swing.
Go get your piece of paper. It's fine. You were yammering away with Jamie, so we were discussing, because nobody won the lottery. So of course we were discussing what we would do if we won the lottery. So what would you guys do if you won the lottery? I mean, what's the first thing you would do?
You have to get your yarn shop.
Oh yeah, well maybe I'd have to hire somebody to get a yarn shop.
I think so. That would be too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're Easter bunnies today.
We're Easter bunnies because it's Palm Sunday.
Colleen says retire. Well, would you really do that the first thing? I don't know if I would call my company yet and say I retire. I don't know.
I don't know. Not right away. But see, I'm already retired. So for me, it's not like a big deal.
Right.
All right. So
you would book another cruise.
Which I did yesterday.
Did you really?
Yeah.
To where?
I'll tell you in a sec. 324. Okay. And we're number 184.
Yeah, I already had that on there.
Oh,
I was like on it this morning.
Geez, she was up. I had
it up and ready to go by like before you got here.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was running behind first, which is pretty normal for me anyway on a Sunday morning anymore. And then I thought, well, I'm not going to go my normal route because there's 2 churches. It's Palm Sunday. I figured they'd be driving in. I'd get stuck in traffic.
There you go, thinking again. What are you doing?
I know. I just whatever. So I go down and I'm going to get on 65.
Right.
Sign says 65 Chicago. Going this way. Got an arrow and everything. I drive up and it's closed.
The 65 to Chicago is closed from your direction.
From my direction. And I'm like, okay.
What the flying flock of birds?
What am I supposed to do now? So I went up Lafayette Road.
Right.
Thinking, all right, I'll just go Lafayette Road.
It's kind of the
and
back.
And then I thought I could go the back way. And then take more road to one of the others. And I thought, nah, they're bumpy. And I just got the car back from getting fixed, everything. So 2, not 1, but 2 massive churches are on Lafayette Road.
Yeah.
And every sinner in the world who doesn't go to church any other day. And as you can see, we're not sinners because we're not at church. We're here. So
no,
that's
we're
why
sinners, but we've already repented. It's all good.
God's like, okay, we can't. These guys go.
They're flockers. It's fine.
They're flockers. Okay. Anybody who's a flocker is okie dokie in my book. So I get to the one church. Of course, the one church does not have a cop. I don't know if they want to pay him or whatever. No right
traffic
turns, left
control.
turn, traffic control. People are cutting people off, trying to get in to get a good parking place, the whole bit. So then I get to the next church. Well, this one does have a cop. And I'm in a long line. And nobody's coming forward.
And it's a huge church, too.
It's a big church.
It's a massive church.
I think the parking lot is the size of
football stadium.
Yeah, it is. It's the size of the state. It's huge.
Yeah.
So he's standing in the middle of the road. He's letting everybody turn
into the church
from the north to the south, making a right-hand turn into the church. But he's not letting any traffic go north, right?
Right.
Okay. But there's a line like you would not believe getting into the left turn lane so they can turn in. So then he decides, okay, he stops them. He starts letting the left turn people. And he's standing right in the middle of the road because everybody's turning but me. So I pull up and he's standing there and he's like waving these people and I'm sitting there. And then all of a sudden he just sort of looks at me like, oh, I didn't realize you wanted to go straight. And then he shushes me on and I waved, like, thanks, guy.
Thanks.
Happy New Year.
Flocker.
Yeah.
She got here and I said, now you can get in a good mood again.
So I'm in a good mood now.
Yeah.
See, because I got it up because I didn't get the memo. Is there memos? So yeah, I had to come back because I realized.
I feel like I should be on the cover of a Trix box.
I never thought about that, but you're right. You do look like the Trix bunny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like I should be. Yeah.
And you got the pink ones.
Yeah.
I got these. Yeah. My Dollar Tree expense. There you go. So.
Yeah. Did Jamie tell you what we did last night?
No.
We went to Tony's for my birthday.
Oh, Nancy said, good morning. We have to pay off her debt.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do that,
We
Nancy.
got-
Don't
we
worry.
got that.
We got that. We got you Flockers covered. So don't worry. When we
Flockers are
win
good.
the $1 billion, we got the
Yeah, the
Flockers covered.
$1.1 billion.
Yeah. Yeah, we got the Flockers covered. Don't worry about that. You Flockers will be all right. Cool.
So yeah, so we went to Tony's seafood and steakhouse here in Indy last night for dinner
Oh,
with his parents.
oh,
Yeah, it was so good.
oh.
I got the braised short ribs this time. Last time when we all went together, I think I got the
No, wait. You're 52.
53.
You're 53.
I'll be 53 tomorrow. So the last time that I was at Tony's was my
when
50th.
your 50th birthday.
Yeah, and we took
It's been about
we
6
took
months
you
for us. Yeah, the group.
and Colleen.
Yeah. I was thinking of taking the group to Harmony House. It's a little bit easier.
So, but I had the braid. Okay, y'all, if you ever get a chance to go to this place,
Mhm.
do. It's so good.
I don't know if he has them anywhere else, but I know here in Indy.
Anthony's in
Is his-
Carmel. I think it's his.
Is that his?
I think so.
I think so.
Somebody
might
correct
be.
me if I'm wrong, but I think Anthony's in Carmel is his as well. But
Oh my.
so I had the braised short ribs with horseradish mashed potatoes
Oh,
and
Which are just amazing. There.
glazed carrots and onion straw thingies, fried onions on top. Okay, so the shrimp cocktail at St. Elmo's and the cocktail sauce is super horseradishy. Okay, take that type of horseradish and put it in mashed potatoes. Like the best mashed potatoes ever.
Oh yeah.
And then put this horseradish in it. Oh my God, it was like the best grandma's pot roast ever.
I bet.
With these horseradish mashed potatoes. Oh my God, I was in heaven.
I bet.
I brought half of it home.
Oh my God. I would too. Just nothing else. I would say, can I get an order of these to go? But just because they're there.
So good.
Now I
Stupid.
the
good.
St. Elmo's cocktail sauce, I find too harsh.
I don't like this stuff in the store. If you buy St. Elmo's stuff in the store, it's different. They put different
They
shit
put
in
different because they have to preserve
it.
it
But
and
the
everything.
stuff
But
there,
there it's so hot. But yet
it goes away.
in the mashed potatoes, it is just blended in, and you just get this. You get this here, and your sinus is clear, and your eyes water a little bit, but you get this sense of satisfaction from them.
It's so
I've
good.
never had the braised short ribs though. I'll have to try them.
It's like grandma's best. Like she.
I bet it just falls off the bone.
Fucked up one time and left it in the oven too long, and it just completely falls apart. And what was so funny is they bring me a steak knife. No, they brought me a steak knife, and I thought, beforehand, right? Because we got like the little crab cake, we shared that, and then we got our meals, but in between, they bring you, all the cutlery that you need for your meal, and he brings me a steak knife, and I was like, okay, well, I mean, it does say braised short ribs, it doesn't say fall apart.
Yeah.
So when my first thing, I pick up this steak knife thing because it looks like a solid piece of steak, right? I mean, it's not. Yeah. And so I pick up, I think, he brought me a steak knife. I'm going to need no bone.
No, but they use that bone with the bone marrow to make it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So yeah. So I
there's half a bagel
my
left.
knife,
I'm going to go.
and I'm like, the knife just shredded it. Like there was no cutting it.
I'm sure.
And I was like, okay, well, there's no need for this knife. I could just, with my fork, it just falls apart. Literally, they had to take probably two spatulas underneath this to get it
on the plate.
out and onto the plate without it falling apart. There's no way.
God,
it was just ridiculous.
Oh my God.
So good.
It's a wonderful place. It's not, you would first, when you walk in, you think, oh my God, I'm underdressed. That's the first thought.
Until you see Tony walking up to you in a pair of jeans.
In jeans and a cool shirt. Because the shirt probably cost $12,000. But he looks great. And he's such an everyday person.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just, hey, hi, how you going? And then when you get him started talking about Indianapolis politics, he's hysterical. He just cracks me up.
Yeah.
He has the best comments about our city council that just kill me. He must go to every city council meeting just to go for the laughs.
Just for the laughs.
I'm telling you, he's the best guy ever.
He
It was,
is.
yeah, it's been about 6 months. We went about 6 months ago because Gail had never been. So I wanted to take Gail and Pete. So we took them about, maybe even longer. Might have even been longer. Might have been one of those last payments I got out of mom's money or something like that, you know. And so I keep telling Beth, next time she comes up, we need to go there, you know, because she said there's one in Louisville that's amazing that Gail's been to that I haven't been. She hasn't invited me. And don't ask me why I haven't been invited down to go to that steakhouse. But my sister was, not me.
Wow.
The rich sister, the poor sister gets to stay at home with the husband who is still alive, believe it or not. This is what we're going to be doing here from now on. You guys are going to be hearing that Mikey is still alive. And I haven't been out on, and I'm not on bail. And see, that's why
I got
Sue,
you on the bail part. You're fine.
Sue has to win it because she has to get me out on bail.
I'll let you know if I have to go down and post bail for Deb.
I'm telling you guys, he's not whatever. We won't even get into it.
You know what? No, like if it gets to that point, just go.
I'm just gonna come over here.
Yeah, just come over here.
I did. I told him that the other day. I was like, I think I'm going to go over to Sue's for a while. And he goes, doesn't she work? And I said, yeah, but she's off this afternoon because she's got to get ready for her advent calendar. And he goes, oh, okay. And then he decides to leave. So I stayed home. He goes, I thought you were going to Sue's. She wasn't ready. She didn't, the stuff didn't come. So here are those guys like,
oh my gosh, too funny.
It's a damn good thing he doesn't watch this. I'd be in real trouble. You know what I mean? So anyway, so
thanks for all the happy birthday wishes. It's actually tomorrow.
Yep.
I'll be the young age of 53 tomorrow.
Wow. 53.
We have a bunch of people coming in from all over the country tomorrow.
Oh yeah, at work.
To work.
Are you going to bring a birthday cake?
No. Okay. So one of our sales reps.
You know what you need to do? They need to say, excuse me, you all are on your own. I don't care what the fuck you do. We're taking Sue out her birthday.
Well, okay. So all of our national sales reps are coming in. It's for training, whatever. One of them that I get along with really well, actually the only female sales rep that we have on our sales force. She calls me on the regular for stuff that I normally do, but I was talking to her on Thursday or Friday, and she's like, oh, I should tell you. Nope, I'm not going to. And I go, you can't pull that crap on me. You can't do that. You just told me you're going to tell me something and then
not tell me.
Not tell me? No, that doesn't work that way.
No.
And she's like, okay, well, I told Todd it was your birthday on Monday. Now, Todd is their manager.
Okay.
And Jamie had already scheduled. Well, Todd had called Jamie and said, hey, Jamie, can you schedule dinners for the group of 30?
Right.
For the Monday and Tuesday, and lunches on Monday and Tuesday for the 30.
Right.
So Jamie was like, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
We're going to Ale Emporium on Monday because Jamie's like, if I have to schedule it, I'm going to a place I want to go
to. That's exactly right.
So we're going to the Ale tomorrow night for my birthday.
Yay!
And I'm just like, oh, and they told Todd, and Jamie knows, and Sammy knows. Oh, I don't know, maybe I'll stay home.
It might be wiser.
It might be wiser for me to stay home and go, hey, bring me some Hermanaki wings. Oh, would you?
Yeah. Actually, they have amazing wings.
I know they do.
I never had Ale Emporium wings. There's not one like right by my house. So it's not something we've always gone to.
Right. Yeah.
But I met my accountant there for lunch one day, and I had the wings, and I was like, oh my God, these are like the best. They're almost as good as Friendlies. They're like
completely different. They are completely
different. They're totally different.
The Friendly are like
they're fried with
with a little batter. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're
amazing.
And
roasted.
They're super good.
Super, super.
Ale Emporiums are
like, I don't know what they do.
They're smoked, and they have this sweet spicy
sauce on them,
but it's not
but
even
it's
really
not
a sauce.
and it's not really deep
Like a
fried.
marinade or something. It's not deep fried. It's not.
But I think they bake them.
They're Harmonaki wings, and they're
amazing.
They're fantastic.
They're really cool.
They've ruined wings everywhere else for me.
They do.
Yeah.
Except now Mikey's making his own at home, which aren't too bad. But this last batch, he decided to add something else. And I said, it's sitting like on the back of my tongue. And he goes, of course, I get this look. Like,
well, he'll have to give me his recipe unless he puts it into his freaking air fryer. Does he air fry them?
He air fries them.
God damn it. Am I going to have to get one of these fucking air
You're
fryers?
going to have to get one of these. At least he doesn't have an Instapot.
Well, that's good.
I've read some of those recipes and I'm like, I have no idea what the hell they're talking about half the time when you talk about
I don't know where I would put an air fryer.
I don't know. Ours is in the garage.
I don't have room in the garage. I got 2 big ass freaking vehicles in there.
My biggest thing is I don't have a fan in my kitchen. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have one. It's in the storage unit. Box hasn't broken down yet, so it won't get put in. Been retired
Less
now.
than 20 rows to go for Colleen on her blanket.
Oh my God.
It's going to go like faster than fast. You could have that done today, Colleen, because
oh my God.
you shorten it every single row. Every row is shorter.
Yeah, and it gets so quick. It's
done
like
with it. In a heartbeat, you'll be done with it.
Exactly. It's so cool because
yeah,
it just does. I don't know what it is. When you get to a certain point,
it's 2 squares shorter each row.
Which is
the
true.
way that's really cool.
And this cool. I finished a hat.
An FO.
An FO. Don't ask me the name of it. I told you about it last week, and I can't remember the name of it.
I can't either.
Maybe I wrote it down. Hold on. I do take notes, but I don't have no idea why.
You don't take notes on your own stuff.
No, I don't. No, I don't. No,
but it is cool. I like how it kind of pooled a little. Like it's more.
Oh yeah. No, Stormy Waters was the other one.
It's more yellowy on this side and more bluey on this side. It did sort of pool.
Mainland.
Look at that.
It's called Mainland.
Look at how cool that is.
And there's not a single cable in it.
I like how
I
like how it pooled.
I do too. And I think what I'm going to do.
Cool.
What do you think, guys? I'm thinking a bright yellow pom-pom.
Okay.
What do you think? No?
Go for it.
Don't you think?
Sure.
Wouldn't you do that?
I'm not a yellow girl.
She's not a yellow girl. What about, it wouldn't be a bright green because there's really not like
no, go with the yellow.
I think the yellow might just
yellow would
do
be
it.
fun.
Because look, over here it's like really dark and over here it's like really light.
Really light?
It really turned out neat. It was so easy. It's a repeat pattern, super simple, and I had a ball with it. Because
DK?
Yes. This is I had started that one shawl for Colleen's friend Rita.
Yeah.
Didn't get the shawl done, so I gave her my shadow shawl. So I went back because I originally wanted a hat, mittens, and cowl from the set. It's a Miss Babs Yowza. And I mean, yowza.
Right.
It's like 500 and some yards. And I got it at Christmas on sale. At Christmas, she puts like 30% off. So if you want Miss Babs, everything in her site is, all her yarn. So anyway, it's a fun pattern and I really like it. And it turned out really cute. And it doesn't have a single cable in it.
No, but that's okay.
I don't mind cables. It's not like I'm picking on somebody whose cables. No write letters. No tell me explaining. No.
Go ahead and write the letters. Go ahead and complain. It's fine. We're used to it.
Yeah, we do. We just ignore them anyway. I don't think Sue's been on the. Have you been on the Gmail account?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she does check
every day.
Okay,
I'm on it every day.
Okay.
So that's I only worked on this one this week.
Only what did you work on?
Well, this was a frog.
A frog.
I can't get the pom-pom to stay.
You have to sew it.
I used yarn to sew that thing on.
And it didn't work.
But it's also
this is the fluffy ones are really hard.
Yeah.
To get this fluff back
Right.
to get this to stick in there.
It doesn't stay.
No.
It doesn't
I
stay.
was going to put it on.
Yeah.
Because it's so cute.
It pops right back off. But I also sewed this on with yarn. And so it actually comes up a little bit higher.
You should use thread.
So this is just a vanilla
hat
beanie, but it was a frog. So
right.
I frogged back some color work on it that I didn't like. So this is, I just did this at work, but it is starting to pool and I'm liking what it is.
I am
doing.
too. Looking at that.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's starting to build and I
just work on it when I'm at work.
Look at how cool that is. I mean, it really just is driving up.
Yeah. So it could be fun. It's looking like it's going to spiral up the hat.
I know.
Can't remember the kind of yarn.
Unbelievable.
No, it's right here.
Oh, she has
it. Maricel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's
Maricel.
It's this one.
Okay. I really like it.
It is fun. And I love the yarn. I love the yarn.
Yeah.
And it's highly twisted in it and it's really nice.
Yeah, guys, this is really cool. Look how cool that really is. Look at that. Way that kind of pulls up. And then
super twisted.
The light part is striped, but yet at from here it looks like it's not, but it is. That's so cool.
It's fun.
It's fun.
It's something for me to do when I'm at work and bored.
And bored. She needs something to do at work. Isn't that tough?
When I'm bored.
When she's gonna do it at work. Okay.
My small at work project. That's
the only thing I could do at work is if I overly sedated them.
Yeah.
Well, then I could. Otherwise,
work in the overnight shift.
Yeah.
Have them fold in the laundry, the ones that are awake, and then sit out at the desk and knit. Yeah, I know you did.
Actually, what people are going to do with me, they're going to put me in a chair. They're going to say, "Here, we want you to crochet this chain." And I'm going to crochet this chain. And then when they put me to bed, they're going to undo it, put it back in a basket and say, oops, we need you to do this chain.
No, give them a different color and have them chain a different color. And once you have like 6 or 8 or 10 of them, now you need to braid the chains together.
Oh, yeah, that would work. I'll have to see. I got to write this stuff down so Mikey will know what to do when it comes to.
And then you can stitch the braids together and make a rug.
Oh, there you go. That's true too. Okay, I hadn't thought about that. That's a good thing. Now
I mean,
get a rug.
Why rip it out?
Yeah, wipe it. Well, I was just thinking ripping out, then they'd have something for me to do the next day without having.
Red Heart is cheap. We can just keep having you chain more.
It's funny because when I went in for surgery, they were asking me about general anesthesia, and I said. I just sort of looked at her kind of out of the corner of my eye and she goes, what? And I said, I thought this was going to be done on local. And she said, yeah, but just in case they may have to intubate you and put you on general if they find they can't do it that way
they want to.
The way they want to. I said, okay. So then she says to me, she goes, do you have trouble with general anesthesia? I said, yeah, I have severe nausea and vomiting afterwards.
Yeah.
I said, but Mikey has the recipe on his phone. And she looked at me like, recipe? And I said, yes, the last time I had surgery, the anesthesia, I said, I didn't throw up once. It only took me 3.5 hours to wake up, but I didn't throw up. And it was an abdominal surgery, which was good. But it took me a lot longer to wake up than what they thought. So she's like, okay, well, have your husband bring the recipe in. We'll write that down on the day you come. So I said, okay. So he wrote it down when it was a patch and all these other drugs, and I won't get into all that. So I get into there, and I don't know if I told you, but I told the anesthesiologist he had a personality.
Yeah.
And my sister's like, yeah, they usually don't. So, you got a good one. So it worked out. But anyway, I was going to show you guys. I was going to take my jacket off here. This dressing is gone. I got to take it off on Tuesday. It was midnight. We were still up, right? It was like 12 after 12. I said, can I take this damn thing off? And he's like, No.
You need to unbutton, don't you? Because you can't pull that up over
Oh,
here.
I can. That's the only places. You can't see anything. This is bandaged.
Oh.
But check that out, guys.
Oh.
And my hand. Look at my hand. I haven't knitted much this week. Here, go this way. See? Because it all pooled. But look.
Yay.
I think that's supposed to be on there, but I'm not going to worry about it.
Don't worry
See,
about
look,
it.
it's got a nice scab and everything. It's just good. Look, this. Did you see? And you remember last week that damn dressing that I had? Look, there's the incision, guys. You can't even see the thing. You cannot even see the incision. Look at that. I think those guys just like to waste stuff. Next time I'm going to hand them a box of Kleenex and tell them to use that when they have to do surgery on my hand. Just stick the Kleenex on there because it will smash down. Whatever. Okay. Now I'm done with another rant that I haven't. Doesn't make any sense. You know, that's what somebody else told me once they watched this. And she goes, it was really funny. She said, but it doesn't make any sense. And I said, why? And she says, she goes, because it's like when you watch a podcast about the weather, how to do something, where you're going, where you've been. She goes, you guys, I had no idea what.
Yep. Well, that's
said,
the point.
The whole
that's the point. You never know what's going to come out of our mouths.
So I just.
We could be talking about the weather, like Tori's going to be getting 12 inches of snow this week.
Is there a basketball tournament in Minnesota?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah, because they're all playing. I don't know if Purdue won or not. They were winning, but I don't remember. They got taken out last year on the first round, so I don't really know that much. We had okay weather here in Indy, but it had to snow somewhere because there's basketball playing.
Yeah.
People have to come and go. Oh. I tried to make flight reservations to come home on the day of the Indianapolis 500.
The 500. Oh.
The day before, actually. The day everybody else is coming in.
Yeah.
So we're coming home the day after Indianapolis 500.
Yeah.
It's the only time in the entire world that everybody wants to get to Indianapolis.
Get into Indianapolis, yeah.
I even went online, and I went from London to Indianapolis on that weekend. Every flight was full. From London! I'm like, holy crap and a cracker. All these people are going to be here? I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be in Bermuda. So anyway, that's the next trip, guys, in May with the husband.
To Bermuda.
Yeah. I think he's going to wear his life jacket the whole time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just in case.
In case you throw him overboard?
Yeah. He'll bounce, pling, and then he'll be in the water kind of flopping. And he knows how to stop the engine. He knows where the cutoff valve is. So he'll be able to turn it off and they'll pick him up. So it works.
But it's hard to turn it off when you're in the water.
Maybe. Yeah. And he doesn't swim that good. So we'll see. Anyhow. Yeah. Now.
She is joking.
I am joking. I do sort of love him dearly.
You're kind of forced to.
Yeah. It's been 46 years.
I had to confirm with the plate this morning. Our anniversary is coming up in April. And I have like both my husband and I, we have to confirm with our plate, which one of Jamie's parents' friends gave to us when we got married.
April
and
11th,
thank goodness they did.
1994.
Thank goodness they did, because my husband and I cannot remember how many years we're married. So we confer with the plate every year.
Does he remember the day?
Yeah, because the Masters usually starts that day. But it's only the Masters he remembers usually, and I'm included in on that. I forget too.
Yeah,
I forget all the time.
Oh, I cannot remember the day. Mikey remembers day, time.
Usually,
year,
it's like the next day. Jamie and I'll look at each other and go, "Hey, it was our anniversary yesterday."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it sure was.
It sure was one of these sort of things. Mikey, totally. I don't know. They used to say, would you do it all over again? And him would definitely be like, of course. And they'd look at me and I go, don't ask. Now I'm kind of like, yeah, maybe, because it's
Well,
all
who
gone.
else would put up with your sorry ass this many years? Other than me. I mean, I would.
Well,
Maybe you'd have to go that route instead.
yeah, I spent my whole life.
I mean, sleep in separate bedrooms.
Yes.
You know.
I threw him out because he turned that damn light on.
Right.
I threw him out because he turns the fucking radio on and sleeps right through it. I threw him out because the dog needed to sleep in the bed. And of course, that was fine. See, that's like a friend of ours. She had a sick dog, and her husband, and I don't know, did she ever mention it?
Are they still?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, her dog, and it was her dog before they got married. And so he started sleeping downstairs.
He said,
and the dog rallied. So the dog lived for like 3 or 4 years afterwards, sleeping with her in the bed.
I'm going to give up my portion of the bed so that your dog you can be with your dog like 24/7 because
that's a great husband to do that.
Because he was not good.
He was not doing good at the time, and then he got better and he
rallied.
And so I still think he probably is still sleeping downstairs. He probably likes it. He gets to watch TV and do whatever he does and doesn't have to worry about anything, There were ways to get together.
I slipped a stitch here.
Oh, I just slipped a stitch.
I don't know. Talent.
Look, she's using a crochet hook.
I am.
Which segments perfectly into my next little talk here. I looked up. Everybody knows. Do you guys know about Jimmy and the Beans? Yeah. Jimmy and the Beans is Jimmy Beans Wool. Yeah. It's in Reno, Nevada. Big website, big guy. They're really into this crocheting lately. They started a new thing and they're really into it. Anyway, they have this really cute
The anatomy
of a crochet hook.
That's awesome.
Isn't that cool? Go on there and see about
if you're a crocheter or a new crocheter.
Or a new crocheter.
Miss Colleen.
Miss Colleen. It gives you certain kind, like you have tapered hooks, which have a smaller mouth and more of a rounded type head. And then they have the inline, which I think I prefer a little bit more because I like a pointier
hook. Pointier point.
Yeah, point head.
And I like the tapered ones.
And I like the deeper mouth. She likes more of a tapered one. She doesn't need as much mouth. I need a bigger mouth because I have a bigger mouth. Because it just happens. And then it talks about shaft and the curves and the handles. Furls are like the best. Total.
I'm a furl girl.
Yeah. Now they make
this side. Sorry, over here. This one.
They make them with a plastic type handle.
Yeah.
Or a silver type handle.
Yeah.
And then they have different other kind of things. And then they also have these ergonomic ones.
Yeah.
At the other side over here. Right.
Yeah, and there's all different kinds of hooks, but this is really kind of an interesting.
It really is. It was really something.
It's an interesting little
thing about it.
So not all crochet hooks are created equal.
No, they're not. And what you need to learn.
And sometimes the cheapest ones are great for you, and
sometimes they're terrible.
I have an $80 size 6 crochet hook that's hand turned wood and all this bejeebers. I don't care to use it.
No,
it feels weird in my hand.
It does. I have to. There are times. The other thing
I got it as a gift.
Be careful because the United States says it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Learn the millimeters.
Yeah.
Because
stop with the letters.
The A, B, C,
I've been saying that for years.
Yeah. F and G, they're not consistent.
Nope.
It's not consistent because it's sometimes close, but if you're doing like an intricate or lace or thread work or even fingering, because I've started doing a little more crochet with fingering because I think that's fun. But you're using a B and a C, so you don't, they're tiny.
No,
Here.
That's a tube.
But you have to get a 2 millimeter, 2.5, and that's the way to do it.
And crochet hooks go in that small, they go in 0.25.
0.25.
Intervals.
And I first learned how to crochet with thread in the steel ones.
Oh, yeah.
The teeny, absolutely teeny, tiny ones.
Yeah, I can't see that shit no more.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there a hook? Huh?
Yeah, some of those don't even look. Well, remember several years ago, Marcia brought me a blanket. Somebody from one of her classes or somebody came into the yarn shop, and like the grandma had passed away, and they had started a blanket. I think I want to start something like this because it was such a good feeling for me. And I know that they appreciated it, but I want to start something where we need to get a group of us together that will finish projects for people who have passed away,
right,
with an unfinished project.
Yeah.
I think that would be so cool.
Yeah.
So I finished this blanket. It was like a pink, white, blue chevron crocheted blanket. And they had all the yarn. They had the hooks. They just said, we don't know how to do this. And I'm like, yeah, of course. No problem. Yeah. I took it down. We drove to Raleigh and I finished it, on the way down. But the crochet hook that was with it was one of those turn of the century steel ones. And it had a super small hook on the front of it. And I tried to use it. But it was for like lace work.
Yeah. And
she was using it on, or he, I'm not sure if it was a male or female, but on like baby weight.
Yeah.
Acrylic yarn, like you would get at Hobby Lobby or Kmart, because this wasn't.
Well, yeah, it was probably a Kmart or a Ben Franklin type thing.
Yeah. It was old.
Yeah.
You could tell, like I didn't even recognize the yarn label. Like I'm 53. I've seen a lot of yarn labels. This was an acrylic from something that I'd never even. It wasn't Lion Brand or Red Heart or, it didn't say Ben Franklin. I can't remember the name of it but because it was years ago. But I think that would be fun to do. Yeah,
I think so too. I think something like that would be.
I think it'd be cool.
Yeah. I was looking up yesterday.
Because I felt really good.
Yeah.
When I brought it back and I sent the hook and the yarn and the blanket back.
I've done
they were super appreciative of.
I've done the knit knockers.
Knit knockers. Yeah.
That's, that is something you don't do it on a cruise ship.
No.
I was working on them on the one cruise we were on, and beige. So, of course, it was bland. And then I did like this dark chocolate color, but I could only work on it upstairs in the buffet because I had to have bright light. And I was crocheting it. And I was coming around the top. And I always bring stuffing so that I can get it to look. I want to make sure that it's forming like a boob.
Right.
Okay. Instead of, they use their own, they stuff them with other stuff, but so I take it out. So anyway, I'm sitting there and I'm stuffing this boob and I'm trying to get it to make it look. And the thread got stuck out to center point. And this guy comes by and he says to me, he goes, "What happens when I pull this?" And I looked at him and I didn't know what to say. And he goes, "Well, let's see." And he goes, he gives it a pull. And I didn't have it anchored well enough. And the entire bottom of this thing just started unwinding. I have no idea why I did that. Just like this. And I said, "Hey, you're exposing my boob."
You would.
And he goes, he stops, instantly stops. And he's like, I said, that's a knit knocker for a lady who's had a mastectomy. And they put it in, and I went through the whole explanation. And he was like so upset. He thought, oh my God, I'm breaking this woman's chest or something like that. So I saw him a couple of days later, and he comes by, and I said, hi. I mean, I was pleasant to him. I said, hey, how's it going? And he goes, good. He said, how's your knocker doing? His wife just looked at him. I mean, she gave him the dirtiest look. And I said, I kind of gave up on him because I think I didn't do it right. And he goes, yeah, I don't think the nipple's supposed to unravel. So the wife's standing there, and we're having this discussion, and the people behind me are going, what the hell? So then I was like, wait a minute. I'm making knit knockers for the breast cancer people, ladies who's had mastectomies. And everybody's like, oh, and then it's, of course, that's so nice. Yeah. And then another lady goes, here, let me give you a donation for yarn. Yeah, she handed me $10 for yarn. And I said, okay, thanks. And I stuck it in my yarn bag. In fact, it's in one of these cans.
Jan says that she has her grandma's boil hooks that she used on cotton thread. Most of them have 10 cents stamped on them.
Oh my gosh. That was so much money back then.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, when you think about it, just like GMC thread, it's not like 79 cents or 89 cents.
Really? We used to get, I got them as an adult.
I think you're even more
for
than that.
For $1.
Yeah.
As an adult.
Yeah.
As an adult, I've gotten them.
Oh, yeah.
For $1.
Oh, yeah. I should contact a friend of mine. Every time she started a new project, she would just buy new. Just because she said, what am I buying? 20? They're 39 cents a piece. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Then I know they're fresh. I don't have to worry about them running or anything like that. And I'm like, I still have them all at home. I don't even stitch anymore.
Yeah. Speaking of,
yeah,
you told my mother-in-law that you would get her stuff, and she keeps asking me.
Oh, I will. I forgot.
Yeah, I said.
Clean it out and give it to her.
Not only is she gone a lot, but she probably has forgotten too. So
I will do that this week. I promise.
Okay.
So let's see. What does Nancy say? Nancy is telling us 10 cents. She passed away in 1966. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so Nancy
says there's a volunteer place called Loose Ends that does what you are describing, Sue. Oh,
Loose
that's
Ends.
Neat.
Okay,
so Loose Ends. Let me write that down
because I want to contact them because I'll be a
Maybe we
finisher.
Can do, I
can be a finisher.
We can be a finisher.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't do anything. Well, yeah. Crochet wise, I think I could do more than knit wise. Knit wise, I'd have to probably get Marcia's input on it, but she's pretty cool.
Yeah, but you know what a great way to learn a new stitch if you have to, right?
I mean, seriously, and what a great way to do it.
Ends.
I mean, like this week, I
was just sitting there going, "How the heck do you start something like that?" So thanks, Nancy. I don't have to start something like that. I could just volunteer for something like that because it is awesome.
It is.
It is awesome. You know, a lot of the times we're just knitting on something because we truly enjoy knitting on something and we don't actually need anything.
Right.
And
I have to admit, 90% of what I do just gets donated.
Yeah.
Out.
We just donate it.
Just give it away.
It becomes a gift.
It does. I have to admit, 90% of my stuff does do that. I have a stack of it at home going, well, what am I going to do with this? And eventually I just either put it in good, but I mark down. I have been better though, because somebody returned a hat to Goodwill. It wasn't one of mine, but she returned a hat to Goodwill. She washed it and it was a baby hat. She wanted to return it. I mean, she only probably paid like $3 for it or something like that. And she was trying to return it because when she washed it, it shrank.
It shrank.
But so I realized, oops, I need to put notes in mine. You know, put a tag in there saying cold wash, lay flat, blah, blah, blah. Okay to machine wash, but lay flat to dry or whatever. So that's because I don't send mine to the Goodwill. They get given away. I give them to. Yeah, I try to. I try to do it on the boat. Oh, you like this? Okay, here. Yeah. You can have it. I try to do it a lot on the boat. Yeah. Because eventually most of the crew will end up on a cold all these ships eventually end up in Alaska or going to northern north
Yeah.
places. And so
Yeah.
they get chilly.
Iceland,
They're
Greenland.
used to, if you're from Kenya and you're used to 112 degrees every day, when it gets down to 60, you're freezing.
Yeah.
So I can understand that they need their hats.
Well, imagine 30. It's 30 degrees.
It's funny because I gave away my very first Musselburgh. It was a green one and I put purple in it, and I gave it to a young lady from Kenya on the ship.
Yeah.
Her boss actually let her wear it
Well,
on the cruise so that she could show it off. Yeah, because normally they're funny about that. And on Carnival, I gave the girls the little earrings or duck earrings. The ducks that you made me, and I gave them away. And on the last day, their bosses let them wear the duck earrings.
Nice.
So that was fun. So that's what I'm working on a little bit, is the ducks, but I don't have anything.
I did put
here.
I did put up a couple of new listings.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
They're earrings though. I did mystery earring packs. Yeah, so if you want earrings,
Any of those stitch markers that have that can become earrings.
but I
too.
have the fishhook earrings on the earring posting ones. So
What's the fish hook? Oh, you mean the one that kind of
it just
hangs?
hangs through. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wear those
Why not?
because I have a tendency to get my fingers stuck in them.
There's nothing to get stuck in them. I'll show you what I'm talking about.
No, I know what you mean. They just sort of kind of go through, and then they have a little white thing at the bottom to hold them in place.
No.
No?
No.
Okay, maybe I bet I got the wrong ones.
At any rate, so you can order them as they're mystery packs. So you don't know what you're going to get. And you can order them matching,
nasty
matching
person.
or not matching.
Stitch mark.
So like Easter, you could get an Easter egg and an Easter bunny. Or you could get matching Easter bunnies. Or
then
matching Easter eggs.
You could wear, when you're wearing these and you're sitting there knitting, you have the same hooks or look-alike hooks on your knitting.
Stitch
People
markers.
are going to be like, oh my God, where do you get all this cool stuff? And I'll go, Flockaroundthetable. Here's a card.
I tried to figure out how to do the listing together in the same listing. So it would be like, an Easter mystery pack, and you can order stitch markers, hooks, blah, 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 or earrings, blah, blah, blah. But I couldn't figure out how to do it.
Oh.
And it still made sense. So I just created a separate listing.
I'm going to have to get some of those. It's like fun. Oh,
yeah,
I
thought it'd
think
be
that's
kind of fun.
fun.
I thought it'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
I did this morning. I did send out an order, first order of flip-flops. She ordered.
Oh.
So the flip-flops come in a set. So you either get 1 pair, 3 pairs, or 5 pairs, or whatever. I don't know. But it's a matching set. So if you order 1, you get 2 flip-flops. You get
right. You don't get just 1 flip-flop, because what's one flip-flop?
She
you'd be
ordered
walking funny.
6 pairs. So she got 12 stitch markers of flip-flops and sunglasses. She got 5 sunglasses.
She's going to do a theme.
I think, it made sense to me because I'm like, oh, okay. So, and then a pack of
Oh,
rings. So like if you had 5 girlfriends.
So
she's giving out, she's giving away sunglasses and flip-flops to her girlfriends.
Oh, how cute.
A set of flip-flops and a pair of sunglasses.
I never even thought
and then
about
keep
that.
the rings and a pair of flip-flops for yourself.
That is such a cute idea.
It's like, okay, that would work.
That would work. That's a neat idea.
That's the first flip-flops I've gone out, but the listing's not, I just put it up.
Well, I have to admit, I was working on my little ducks, and for the first time, normally I was using on the ship when I made the last duck, I used the plastic safety pins, those old plastic ones. But I have to admit, this time I used my earring.
Oh, yeah.
The one with the earring clip.
With the lever back.
Right, with the lever back to mark my stitch.
Yeah. Which, by the way, you can the lever backs you can wear as earrings.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to do on the next Carnival cruise when I get on. I'm going to get on with a duck shirt with my ducks, and I'm going to buy a duck luggage tag, and I'm going to put a duck sticker on my suitcase just for Carnival bags.
Yeah.
Carnival. Because that's their thing. Supposedly somebody told me that celebrity was doing it, but I didn't find a single duck. And these ladies were running around and hiding them all over the
I
place.
found a duck on
Yeah, you did,
Celebrity.
didn't you? Yeah, you did.
Of course, it was with the help of Amanda in the gallery, the young gal in the gallery. I ended up giving her a bunch of hats and stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she helped me out. She's like, you might want to go over there and look over yonder.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay.
The other thing I learned too is the spa people, when they sign up, they don't necessarily stay on the same ship for the same amount of months. Like when you sign up and you're a state room attendant, you sign a contract, you're there for 7 months, you're off for 2 months.
Okay.
When you work for the spa companies, you can be on a ship for 3 weeks and then they can move you to another ship.
Oh.
So they move around quite a bit.
Okay.
So I actually gave one of my hats to one of those girls because she was going to be on the West Coast and she was afraid. They were going to Seattle. It's a West Coast, so it goes up to Vancouver. She thought she'd be cold when she got there. So I gave her one of the hats.
That was nice.
So, yeah.
That's nice of you.
Yeah. Other than that, I didn't do much this week because everything was healing. The dressing came off.
Yeah, and it's looking pretty good.
Looking good.
Does it feel better?
Yeah. The only thing that this hurts a little bit here because this is very bruised here.
Yeah.
And right here, this back part, because you sit like this.
Yeah.
And you're at the computer and you put your arm down. This part here is the only thing that really seems to be bothering me a little bit more, but that's okay.
What if you wrap an ace bandage around it just to give yourself some more padding? Not for the ace bandage itself, but just to have a
little comfort.
Yeah.
So I'm not banging
extra cushy.
Yeah. So maybe that bruise will go away. I've been putting stuff in it, wrapping things. My hand's actually looking better because your hand doesn't bruise. Believe it or not, guys, you can bang your hand, hit things, and it does not, as a rule, bruise as much as the rest of your body. But mine did. That's because I think I was like this.
Bruising is really just blood pooling.
It's all it is. But it's not getting absorbed very well, very quickly.
Yeah.
Because you don't have adequate flow, whatever it means. So other than that, I don't really have a lot. Like I said, I didn't do any knitting. I worked on this other hat. I can show you the one from last week. This one, Stormy Waters. Okay.
So you did just a little bit.
I did just a little bit. I'm on the switch. See, the pattern goes this way. You got this little pattern here. And then it switches to where it's flat. It becomes the pattern. See?
Nope, they can't see.
Oh. I can see. So
yes, she can see. So that's all that matters. So she's talking about right here where it switches up.
Yeah. Okay. So I've done a couple of rows on that, but I'm having trouble concentrating because I got this down pat and now it's switched.
Now it's switching.
And I can't get through my head.
Yeah, you'll have to go a couple more rounds.
I have to go a couple of more rounds, but I have to go a couple more rounds with it. Become a fighter. So.
You're so cute.
Other than that, anybody having a big Palm Sunday?
Yeah, we will not be here next week.
Nope, because it's Easter
Sunday.
So we'll probably be here the week after that. Don't ask me the date because I'm real bad with dates. Oh, hang in. I'm not that bad with dates because you know what? The 31st, we will not be here. Whoop. But maybe April 7th, we will be here.
Yeah.
Because that's after. See, I have a Dick Tracy watch.
It's a Mickey Mouse watch.
No, it's not. It's an Apple Watch.
But it has Mickey Mouse on them.
Of course it has Mickey Mouse on it. Well, never mind. It has Mickey Mouse.
She has Mickey Mouse with the hands on the front. Mouse.
And then he turns the other way when it's the other side. Like when at noon, he looks the other way for PM.
Oh, okay.
And it's the other foot that goes up and down.
Okay.
So That's what you
because
got.
you like Mickey.
Because I like Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I haven't been
Do
to
they
Disney.
have that as a mini?
Yeah, there's a mini on here too.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Well,
it
because
doesn't.
girls rule.
And boys drool.
Right.
And that's how it just works. So that's the way it is.
But
So-
yeah, we're rambling on. And
Like we usually
last
do.
week we really rambled on into an hour and 20 minutes or something like that. Crazy.
And thank you everybody who lived through that and stayed with us and didn't say shut the F up, because you guys are talking about nothing. And Deb must not have been outside very often, because the whole time
Right.
it was out. My husband always says that he can always tell when I've been in the house too long. My sister's like that. My younger sister, she's terrible. And she talks fast, majorly fast.
I'm thinking I'm going to take that top off of this. Now, I know I really, really, really like this hat.
The problem with these are,
I'm not going to be able to get that to work. I'm going to take this off. But
you might with thread, okay? But you have to get this almost wet
yeah.
to get it flat, and then to get it to stick in. Because I've had the same problem with fabric, that the fabric kind of moves around it when I use them in my bags.
Yeah.
It's a great idea. Have you guys ever tried to sew one of these onto a pom-pom? You have to use like a hook that is an upholstery hook. It's difficult as all get out. How do you guys put your pom-poms on? I've been
Dental
trying
floss.
dental floss with just a regular button.
I mean, I don't even use a button.
So
I'm talking about a yarn pom-pom. One that I've made. A yarn pom-pom.
Okay, so there's yarn. I have yarn left over. You do yarn pom-pom. That can be washed the same way as you do the hat, because it's the same yarn.
Yes, but I also make them so that you can take them off if you don't want to wash the pom-pom.
Okay, so how do you do yours?
When I make the pom-pom.
Okay.
And
listen up, guys, because it's very important.
So with the boil pom-pom makers.
Right.
And you wrap the things, blah, blah, blah. You put it together, and then you cut all the way around. And then I take like 2 strands of the yarn that you're using for the project, 2 strands of that.
Okay.
And a strand of dental floss, same length.
Okay.
The dental floss gives you mega strength, because if you're using a natural fiber and you try to pull that pom-pom really tight, you're going to break the fiber.
Okay.
So the dental floss gives you the strength.
Got it.
Pull it as tight as you can.
Okay.
Knot it. Pull it the other way. Pull it as tight as you can.
Okay.
Knot it again, and then take the pom-pom maker off.
Okay.
So now you have these long strands with the dental floss still in there.
Okay.
And you just thread those through your hat.
Through the top.
Tie it in like a shoelace bow on the inside.
Oh.
And double knot it. And then, just do a double knot on your like a shoelace bow.
Right.
And then you can take it off when you need to wash your hat. Because we do need to wash our hats.
We do need to wash them. Not as often as, it just depends on how greasy you let your hair.
Once a season if you have multiple hats.
I mean, really, for sure.
But you still need to wash them occasionally. And I don't necessarily want to wash my pom-pom because
it might go funky.
Or it might felt or whatever.
You know what?
Or flatten out, because now you're letting it sit.
On August 7th, this one is going to make a pom-pom.
Okay.
Okay?
August 7th.
August 7th. I'll finish this hat, and she's going to make a pom-pom for this hat.
Why do we have to wait till August 7th?
Because that's the next time we're going to be on the show.
August 7th?
April
7th. Okay.
Sorry.
I'm like, August?
It's an A and an A, and I get confused.
What did you sign up for, Colleen? To finish the project thing? Oh, if you did,
you signed up. What did you sign up for?
I'm signing up too.
I'm signing up too. And then we can have something to actually show you guys that we're actually doing some good for the world instead
and
of
not just sitting here blabbling on and on and on to these
Using-
people.
using oxygen that's necessary for the rainforest.
Right. So we
So-
can finish some projects for people who need them finished.
Because we can't finish our own.
Well, we can't finish our own,
Hey,
but we get
can-
bored with ours. So maybe, you know, this is a project that's like already started. So it's like you don't even have to think about it. Like I didn't have to choose it. Yeah, see, that works.
Yeah, that does.
But do the yellow. I'm sure you already have a yellow.
I have a bright yellow one,
Yeah,
and I
see,
thought
there
I
you go.
might do it. See, and I was going to put a button down. It has the little stringy thing, and I put the button a little off center, and then I wrap the string that comes at the bottom, that little stringy thing around the button. The only problem is sometimes
floppy.
it pulls.
Well, and they're floppy.
But
I don't like a
kind of
floppy
pulls.
pom-pom.
So think about that, guys, and maybe when we're on the 7th, because that's pom-pom day.
Pom-pom day, I'll make a pom-pom.
Okay, April 7th is our next one, and we're going to do a pom-pom thing. So
Pom-pom making.
it's pom-pom making day. So if you want to watch, you want to be part of it, get all the shit together or not. I even used to make, you know how I used to make mine? I used to wrap them around toilet
Paper rolls.
paper rolls on the
My
inside,
grandma had-
and then I stacked the yarn, and then I tied it.
My grandma had donuts out of really stiff cardboard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with a slit in them. And we used to,
Oh.
she had like several different sizes because she made those slippers. And
Oh, yeah.
some
so
of the
you needed
slippers
to-
had
like
pom-poms and some of them had little flowers.
and some had tassels.
Mm.
How fun.
Yeah, so we always had to make the damn pom-poms. And we had to thread that yarn in the center of that donut until you couldn't get the yarn through the donut anymore.
Oh, my God. That would have been hard. Yeah, because you're just rolling and rolling. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, and
you're
fishing
going
it
through
through. And
The
fishing it through.
donut. Yeah, because you're going around a donut. And so
Mhm.
that would be like,
Yeah.
oh, my gosh, that
Mhm.
would. Okay.
Yeah.
So we will be here on the 7th. Happy Easter to one and all. Stay
Yeah.
safe if you're driving. If you're not,
And have some chocolate for us.
and have chocolate, get a few bunnies. And
And some
wait,
eggs.
there was something else I wanted to say.
Mm,
I can't remember what I wanted to say.
she can't remember.
Oh, well, it'll come to me and I'll tell you on the 7th
Yeah. Okay.
because by then I'll have forgotten again anyway. I'm just getting old. I know it's not a touch screen.
See you guys next time.
Bye, guys. Happy Easter. Oh, wait.
See, she can't.
Here comes
She can't just say bye.
Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail. Hippity hoppity Easter day.
You're still not ended.
Did I not end it? Oh, well.
Yeah,